Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash, a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of September, 2014, and this is episode 104, which we've already titled, In Which We're 2 Years Old. Because why?
I don't know why.
You know why. We had cake.
Do it. Yeah.
We'll talk about it in Yummies.
We can have cake for lots of different reasons, though.
That's true. We'll talk about it in Yummies.
We can have cake just to celebrate
life.
The day that is that day.
We could celebrate life. Huzzah! Okay, we'll talk about it more in Yummies. So, we'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you.
To who?
To all of our returning viewers.
You didn't say that.
I was getting there. I was waiting for your hand for the other half of the heart. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you enjoy it. And in that vein, we have some new members who have introduced themselves in the Ravelry group this week. So do you want to give them a shout out?
Sure.
Okay.
Beardy Knits, who is Julie from Alexandria, Virginia.
Hiya.
That is Virginia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Socks for Judy, who is Judy from the Milwaukee area in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jo the Knitter, who is Mary Jo from Tennessee.
Yep.
I Knit Socks too, who is Jennifer from Wichita, Kansas.
Yep. You know what? We have family in Wichita, Kansas. Aunt Edie and Uncle Steve live there. And I think some other family too. Okay. Okay, just made me think of that.
PSPOELLOT. Sorry, I didn't know how to say that.
It's okay.
Who is Peggy, who lives about 25 miles southwest of Chicago.
Yep.
Alice's mommy, who is Heather from Killingworth, Connecticut.
Yep.
And
I think it's Isla.
Isla 111, who is Isla from the Isle of Axholme area of Lincolnshire, UK.
Yes, we apologize if we butchered any of those words or names. Sometimes it's hard to figure it out, but that's okay. But welcome. Thanks for introducing yourself. So if people aren't a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do?
Go join it.
Yeah. You know, we're almost to 700 members. That's a lot. And then after they join the group, what should they do?
Go to our introductions thread and do what the title of the thread says you should do.
Which is introduce yourself. And what happens if they introduce themselves?
Magic.
What kind of magic?
Magic.
Are you going to tell them what kind of magic? Because there's all kinds of magic.
You get a shout out on the podcast.
Yes, on the next episode. Okay, well, we have several things to talk about. We have prizes to award for the Summertime in the Living is Easy Cowl. And I don't know. It's all in the show notes. We'll get there. We'll get it all done. So with that, we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles, because we still have nothing on our spindles.
No, too much going. So what's on your needles, Mare?
Hexapuffs still, and I didn't get a lot done on them because I was doing something else.
Something else that we'll show in Yummies?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is Beekeeper's Quilts by Tiny Owl Knits.
What size needles are you using?
US 4s, 3.5 millimeters.
Uh-huh. And so how many did you get done this week?
I don't remember. I don't even...
Maybe one and a half?
One.
Yeah. So, but you're done with that project, the other project, so you can get back to knitting hexapuffs.
But I have to do mine too.
But we figured out a shortcut way to do it.
Yeah.
That works better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All will be revealed momentarily in Yummies. Okay, so, yeah.
Brace yourselves.
I still have several super secret projects on the needles. So, this one's first. So this one is my new shawl design out of Ginger's hand-dyed Splendor 4-ply in the Barba Papa and Hot Fuzz colorways. I guess I could show the colorways.
Take a guess.
Pink.
Oh, it's pink. I would never have guessed.
So this one is on US 4's 3.5 millimeters. This pattern is going to release barring any issues that come up on October the 1st.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Is that actual wood?
Sure. I don't know if it is or not. And then,
Oh, this is one.
okay, thank you. Knock it for me. Okay, and
I
then,
didn't knock it for you, but I just did.
okay, good. Thank you. So there's the other one is a 4-ply weight, fingering weight, but I'm also doing the same pattern in DK weight. So this is Brigantia Luxury Yarn Double Knit in numbered colorways. So when I release the pattern, you'll get both the DK version and the 4-ply version, all for the same price cost of just the pattern. So this one I am getting close to being done with. I think I have about 40% left to go. So I've done like 60% of the shawl. So making progress on that. The 4-ply one I've done about 45% of, I believe. And then another super secret project in the amazing Knit Run Dig project bag, Doctor Who project bag. This is the second pattern for the Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition. And I think it is ranking up there as one of my favorites. I'm adoring how it's turning out. So that's still going. But something I can show you. Oh, look at that yumminess. This is Ginger's hand-dyed sheepish sock in the Je suis pris colorway, which means I am ready. It's from the Outlander books and TV show. And I asked Jess to dye me an Outlander yarn, and this is what she came up with. And I'm just doing plain vanilla socks because the yarn is just so gorgeous. So this is on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. I don't know if you can tell, it's striping the blue and the green. That's a little better, that shows it. So I just finished the heel, and I've only done like, it looks like 3 rows on the leg. So, but this is good mindless knitting. And that's everything that's on my needles. I'm hoping to get some of these super secret ones off because I have other things I want to knit, but I have to focus. Yep. Alright, so that's everything. So I think we should move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
I have 2 this week. So first up, we'll talk about this. This is another preemie hat. This is number 23 for the year. That's a lot. 23 preemie hats. This is out of my own top-down preemie hat pattern, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. You should download it and do it. It's really cool because you cast on with a Emily O cast on using a crochet hook, and then you just pull it tight and weave in the ends, and so then your hat's, the top of your hat is done. This is on US 6 4mm needles, and the colors are, the yellow is the Hayfield Bonus Chunky in the Sunflower colorway, and the copper is King Cole Big Value Chunky in the Old Copper colorway. So, that one's done. And the other thing I'm wearing, this is my Endless Rainbow, which is a pattern by Martina Bem. I kind of squeed, she followed me on Twitter. And I kind of squeed out loud. Oh, was so excited. I love her patterns. I did this on US 1.5 needles, 2.5mm needles. The pink is Sheep Dreamery Arundel in the Peony colorway, and the multicolored is 5 Moons Artemis 4-ply in the Rainbow Nebula colorway, and I actually have quite a bit of it left. But there, I think I'm going to do some socks. I may have to do like a contrasting color, you know, for like the toe and the heel and the cuff, but I think I have enough to do both feet and legs. So let me take this off so you can kind of see. So there it is. I can't remember how many triangles I ended up with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38 triangles. That's a lot. And I used every bit of the pink until I could not do another repeat. And then I gave the rest to you for your beekeeper's quilt.
But you didn't give me the rainbow one.
No, I did not give you the rainbow one because I'm saving that for me. There we go. So yeah, it's fun, and I love it. I love how it turned out. It's all twisted over here. All funny like. There we go. Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, I had to put it on in front of the mirror a while ago. So I'm glad I'm finally done with it, and it will probably be a frequently worn shawlette this autumn and winter. And that's it. That's everything I've finished. Yep. Okay, well, let's move on to the next segment. All right. Now, I feel all discombobulated because between the time that we just ended the finished project segment and now that we're starting to record this, we've been looking at color cards of yarn, trying to figure out the name of a certain colorway, and so now I'm like, oh! But now it's time for my favorite part of our show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. So, as we alluded to at the beginning of the show, we celebrated our second podiversary since the last podcast. It was actually on Saturday, so that was like the 30th, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we celebrated with cake.
Chocolate.
Actually, you and Daddy had chocolate cake, and I had chocolate brownies with frosting because I needed the gluten-free. So, we had candles, we blew them out. The hubs sang to us, Happy Podiversary. It was very fun. So we just wanted to say, I know we just had a big celebration for the 100th episode, so that's why we didn't really do too much for the second podiversary, but we wanted to, again, just thank each and every single one of you that watched the show, because without y'all, Geeky Girls Net would not exist, and we have met so many amazing people and made so many lovely friends through the podcast that we love y'all, and we're very thankful for y'all. Anything you want to say to the lovely people?
No.
No. You can tell them thank you.
Thank you.
I put her on the spot there, so sorry. Yeah, so second podiversary happened, and that was fun. So, I did get some new things, and you got some new things this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I had to get a new case for my phone. Because...
What color is that? It's pink. Oh my god.
Because here, let me tell you what happened. My timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey phone case broke. It was very sad. And so we were at the store on Saturday getting cake and some other things, but cake was the most important. And they had these cases on sale for half off. And I like that it wraps around. So, and it's sparkly. You can't really tell, but it does have sparkle in it a little bit. And I also got new headphones. And this is Damaris's project she was telling you about.
Oh my gosh.
So, we learned several years ago that if you tie yarn, or you could do like embroidery floss around your headphones using the friendship bracelet knot.
It's just a normal knot. So.
No, but you have to do it a certain way to make it have, because do you see that it makes this like twisty ridge all the way around? It will keep your headphones from getting tangled, like when you throw them in your bag or your purse or whatever. So what she did is she used my leftover Highland Handmaid's Uber sock yarn that I did socks in. Was that during the Ravelinics?
Sure.
I think it was. And so we started at the bottom. She started at the bottom here and then did all the way up to where the like rectangular piece is, that where it splits. So she went ahead and did all the way up one earbud, and then we had to connect a new piece and do the other one. But it took several days.
It took a lot longer than when I did it last time.
I think it was because you were using the whole ball instead of cutting a piece off.
I didn't cut a piece off last time.
I think it might have been a smaller ball.
Ugh.
Anyway, she did this for me, and it's fabulous, and I love it. It's like, because the pops of pink and lime green, and I love them. And the headphones are pink, because, you know, you wouldn't expect anything different from me than to have pink earbuds. I can't hear you now. Are you saying something? So, but you got new headphones that were mine.
Yes, and they're much better than my old ones because they actually work.
Yeah, you had like broken a wire or something in the old ones. So she got the headphones that came with my iPhone. And so now you're going to wrap yours.
Yeah.
In what color?
I don't know.
Okay.
Some color. It's like surround sound.
Yeah, brilliant like that. And then we also got a parcel in the post this week. So it's a parcel, actually we got two parcels. You got a parcel and I got a parcel, but they're from the same person. And it's from Katie Kitty J on Ravelry, and she sent us both a card. And she also stuck this in there. We briefly mentioned this last week. Knit for Peace is an organization here in the UK that matches knitters with good causes. And this is the organization primarily we'll be supporting when we do our Wonderland Cowl, which we mentioned last week that we'll also be doing a charity aspect to it, so that if you knit something for charity, you get 2 entries into the giveaway for each item you finish instead of just 1. And you can either donate them to a charity that is local to you, or if you want to send them to us, we will make a big donation to Knit for Peace. And they accept pretty much anything knitted, you know, hats, jumpers, gloves, scarves, etc., etc., etc. And they also accept leftover wool and needles to give to people in groups to knit with. So if you have any of that, but I'll try to remember to put a link for Knit for Peace in the show notes. But it was Katie Kitty J who suggested this. And so she sent that, and she also sent me their newsletter, their most recent newsletter about the organization. So we're excited to be supporting them. So she had some leftover wool that she sent me to use for preemie hats. So I got this lovely kind of purpley color, and it is, I caked it up after she sent it, just because I love to cake up yarn. This is King Cole Merino Blend Aran. In the 767 colorway. I don't know if that's got a name or not. I can't remember. And then this. Oh my gosh, isn't this fabulous? This is, and I've never used this before, I don't think. This is Mirasol Hacho, 100% hand-dyed merino wool in the 328 colorway. I can't remember if it has a name either. What weight is this? It is, no, it's like a DK. Does it look like DK? So it's not fingering. It's too thick to be fingering. So I'll be knitting some preemie hats with both of these that she sent. And then she sent me this. She wrote a note on it. She says, because all the pink things want to live with you, which is true. She hand wove this scarf for me. Isn't it lovely? Let me put it on. There we go. I have always wanted a hand-woven scarf, and that is not a craft I do, obviously. And I didn't buy one for myself ever, and so this was so sweet. I absolutely love it. Isn't it fun? And it's got great colors, especially the pink. So thank you so much. And then you got a parcel from her as well.
Yes.
So what did you get?
I got some leftover sock yarn for my beekeeper's quilt.
Yay.
This is Regia something.
Mix It.
In the 9384 colorway.
Yeah. So blues and purples and golds and gray. And then there was another one.
This is online. I've never heard of this yarn before. In a blue colorway. I don't remember the exact one.
It's pretty. It's got a little bit of green in it too.
And this is Opal Smile in the
I can't remember how to say it, but what does it mean? Bliss colorway. So you'll be able to use all those for Hexapuffs. And she sent you a card too and a note. So thank you so much, Katie Kitty J, for your lovely gifts. We really, really like them a lot. the scarf. Because it's
Oh wait, I
fabulous.
got some more yarn too.
Oh, you did? I forgot. Oh, here's some more. Hold on. These are both hand spun.
Yes. It's merino roving.
So this one's got purples and some dark gray in it. And this one's greens with... Is the red just a tie?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, that's really cool to have that little red pop through it. So she spun these, but they weren't big enough for a project, but they'd be perfect for hexabuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you so much.
It's like I'm slowly accumulating all of the purple and green yarn.
Are you going to have all the purple and green yarn just like I have all the pink yarn?
Sure.
Sure.
It's like Bruce Banner yarn.
Bruce Banner.
I should start on Natasha Romanoff yarn.
What colors would she have?
Black and red.
Black and red.
And
Oh.
some silver, maybe like a little bit of silver.
Okay. That could work.
Ooh.
So, now I'll say it again. Thank you so much, Katie Kitty J. We love you. Mwah. Okay. That's all the yummies for this week. We didn't have very many. So, we're ready to do the GGK Crafty Pad. Hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. So, what is GGK Crafty Pad, Maris?
You take a look at our prompt list that we made for the month, and then you take a picture.
And then you post it. Where do you post it?
Anywhere. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
And what's the theme for this month?
Back to school.
Back to school. So we know all of you aren't dealing with back to school, but you can make the prompts work. And there were some really good pictures this week. We have several new participants who haven't participated before, so that's a lot of fun. So what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
All right, so here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Weren't they awesome?
Yep.
Yep, they were. So just check out the prompts list, take your picture and post it, and maybe you'll be one of our favorite photos next week. So the only other thing for Yummies is our upcoming events. So what do we do on Mondays, Mara?
We go to one of our local knitting clubs, the Town Mouse Knitting Club.
Yep, so if you're going to be in the Edinburgh area or you are from the Edinburgh area, you should come to the Town Mouse Knitting Club. There's links to information in our show notes. I am going to Yarndale in Skipton later this month, Saturday the 27th of September. Podcaster meetup is still in the works, but there will be one, hopefully. We're working out all the details. So if you're going to be there, let me know. I'll have badges with me. And you're more than welcome to have one. So, there's that. And then, also upcoming still is the Edinburgh Yarn Festival on March 14th and 15th, 2015. There's the website. Links in the show notes. So if you're going to be at that, we'd love to meet up with you because we'll be there. I think that's it for Yummies. Alright, well I guess we'll move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are you reading, Damaris?
I'm reading The Crucible by Arthur Miller.
Yes, and what do you...
For school.
Oh, for school, yes. So what do you think of The Crucible by Arthur Miller?
It's kind of bizarre.
Yes. It's been many years since I've read it. But it's not super long.
No, it's not. I read the introduction and I was 15% through the book.
Yeah. So where are you at now?
25%?
Okay.
And I'm not even through the first act.
Isn't it 4 acts?
Yes.
So, okay. Alright. And then what I'm reading is, I'm still reading my nonfiction book number 13 for the year, called The Seasons on Henry's Farm, A Year of Food and Life on a Sustainable Farm, by Tara Brockman, and I'm still finding it so interesting. She took an entire year and wrote essay entry kind of thing for each week. I'm getting close to being done with it, though. I think I'm at about maybe 80% done. So I might have it finished by next week. I just read a day or two each evening before bed. So, and then fiction-wise, I finished reading book number 2 of the Kate Daniels series by Ilana Andrews. So that one was Magic Burns, and now I've started the 3rd book, Magic Strikes. And that's all I've been reading. I guess we'll move on to the TV. All right, Damaris, TV. What are we watching? Are you gonna cry? Oh yeah, I know. It's very sad.
We finished rewatching season 5 of Stargate SG-1.
Why are you so sad?
Daniel.
He ascended to a higher plane of existence. I cried too. Even though I knew what was happening, I still cried. And then we started rewatching season 6 of it. So now we have Jonas Quinn. Yeah, Jonas Quinn was crossing his fingers that something would work. He's an alien from another planet.
Well, he's not really an alien, but he's an alien.
He's an alien from another planet. What's the planet is he from?
Ankara?
Anyway.
P2
So was it Teal trying to explain to him about crossing your fingers?
No, Rodney.
Oh, Rodney McKay. Yeah, that's right. From Stargate Atlantis. So he was trying to explain crossing your fingers, and so Jonas crossed his fingers. And so this has become a joke.
And he went up to General Hammond and was like...
So this has become a joke for us that we're crossing our fingers.
Cross my fingers.
Yep. Anything else you want to say about Stargate? I adore Stargate. It is so fabulous. Okay, we are also rewatching Gilmore Girls. In fact, we just watched a deep fried Thanksgiving episode.
Deep fried Korean things.
Oh, that's right. They went to 4 Thanksgivings all at once.
Oh, I was like, I could do that. I would eat all the rolls.
Oh, turkey and mashed potatoes.
Ooh, and cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is good.
Inlo salad, which I know nobody else but our family knows about.
Is that the one with the marshmallows?
It's the pink one.
Yeah.
It is this fabulous fruit salad that is, oh my gosh, amazing, that we've had for a number of years in my family.
We should try to have it here.
Oh, that would be interesting. We'll have to see if we can get all the ingredients.
Yum.
So anyway, we finished rewatching season 2 of Gilmore Girls, and we're rewatching season 3 now. We're also watching... Are you okay?
This show, I don't know how I'm gonna get through anymore. I can't.
Do you want me to talk about this?
Yes.
We're rewatching Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman. Well, I'm rewatching it. We're in season 2. Damaris is watching it for the first time. So why are you having all the feels about this?
It is so cheesy. It is like made of cheese.
What kind? Swiss? Cheddar?
Sure.
Gouda?
No, not cheddar.
Havarti?
No, Havarti is the best cheese. Lois and Clark cannot have it.
Brie?
I don't know. I've never tasted brie. I've never tasted Gouda either.
So you think it's very cheesy?
Yes, it is the ultimate cheese.
But it's fabulous.
Oh.
It's fabulous cheese. It's wait till they get together.
Oh my gosh.
And then when she eventually finds out he's Superman. But we have Intergang now, since there's no more Lex Luthor. We have Intergang now.
What kind of a villain organization name is that?
I don't know. That's their name. Intergang. The Hubs and I watched an entire show this past week. We watched Monroe. There's 2 series of it, 6 episodes each, and we watched...
6 episodes each.
Yeah, we watched all 12 episodes in the last week. So this is a British medical drama. It had some kind of, a little bit of the feeling of House in it, but not totally, because Monroe was nicer. And he was, who played him?
James Nesbitt, a.k.a. Beaufort.
Yes, from Hobbit. Yeah, but a lot of it, it like took me back to working in the hospital, and I cried quite a bit watching it. because they were doing brain surgery and cardiac surgery, and it was kind of tough to watch parts of it, so. Okay, let's see, what else are we watching? The Hubs and I are still watching Covert Affairs Season 5 as it airs. I don't know why we're still watching it, other than it's habit, and we have to see what happens, because it's totally jumped the shark.
You could just look it up on Wikipedia.
I know, but, yeah. And then he and I are also watching Unforgettable Season 3, which is a Fabs show. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, I'm talking a lot, but when we get to the movies, Damaris will talk. I'm also watching Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, which is an Australian show set in like the 1920s. So I finished watching Series 1, and I'm about halfway through Series 2, and there is going to be a Series 3. So it's a fun show. I really enjoy it. She solves crimes with the police.
I couldn't have guessed that from the title.
I know. Murder Mysteries. Who knew? But her name is Fanny, I think, but it's spelled with a PH and a Y. It's not spelled like you would. Franny, that's what it is, Franny. But it's not spelled the way you think it would be spelled. It's like
Phraany.
No,
R-E?
it's Phrayyne or something. It totally threw me when I was looking something up about it, and it had this character name, and I was like, who in the world are they talking about? And then I realized it was her name, Franny. I had never seen it spelled that way before. It's a really interesting show, though. Okay, we watched some movies this week. What did we watch, Maris?
Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University.
So we'd already seen Monsters, Inc. before.
So many times.
But it had been a while, so we rewatched it before we watched Monsters University.
Mike Wazowski.
Yes. And what do you think of Monsters University?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. Anything you want to say about it? No, it was good. And then we watched another animated show. Movie. It's a movie show.
It's a movie. It came out 2 years ago.
I don't remember. Sometime. Wreck-It Ralph. How would you think of it?
I liked it. I liked the 8-bit sequence with the song.
Yeah. And what's his name from Firefly was the voice of one of the characters.
You're thinking of Monsters. Oh, no. No, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk, who played Wash.
Yeah.
Was the voice of King Candy.
He was in Frozen, too.
Was he?
Uh-huh. He was the evil guy. I think he's gonna be all the evil guys.
Oh, no. That's scary. Okay, so, but did you like Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was pretty good, too. So, alright, what's up next, Damaris?
Doctor Who.
What episode?
Into the Dalek.
8.2. So, what do you have to say?
Danny Pink.
Danny Pink. You gotta like a guy whose last name is Pink. So, he's like a soldier, or a former soldier, and now he's teaching at the school where Clara teaches. And they're gonna fall in love, I think. I liked their chemistry.
And suddenly, saying like the best idea ever. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole part was funny. Quite funny. Especially when we watched the extra thing and they were talking, he's hitting his head on the desk repeatedly and like ended up with a bump and they had to cover it with makeup and they tried putting a package of tissues on the desk for when he hits his head and they just kept sticking to his head.
Because he had sticky makeup.
It was really funny. Okay, what else?
It's your thing.
Oh, my thing?
Yeah. Several of these are your thing.
Okay, I gotta remember. Oh, so the doctor, when they were inside the Dalek, which was really kind of cool, except for the weird part when they first went in through the eye stalk, and they were like all in slow motion and like...
Well, what do you think is in your eye? Gooey stuff.
It was strange. Anyway, so while they were inside the Dalek, the doctor let the one guy get killed to save the rest of them. And that doesn't seem like a normal thing that the doctor would normally do. So I'm kind of concerned because last week we had the whole thing where did the doctor push the guy off and kill him? And this week he let the guy get killed. I'm not not sure how I feel about this. And then Missy is back again with Heaven. She says, welcome to Heaven. Do you want some tea? I'm not really sure who she is. There's lots.
No one is.
There's lots of theorizing. I think we talked about some of that last week with the Master and all that.
We did.
But I guess we won't really find out who she is till the end of the series. Is what they're saying?
Maybe not even then.
Oh, dear.
Maybe she's Madame Convarian, because that line never got tied up nicely.
Yeah.
It's 2 series later. Come on.
Yeah.
2 series later, 3 years later. Come on.
Yep. I'm not sure what this is in reference to. Oh, yes, I do. Because I just keep saying he. I should say who I'm talking about. The doctor is trying to figure out if he's a good man, and I think there's part of him that is good. Yes, we know all that, but I think there's parts of him that he doesn't want to face, which is kind of slowly coming out with what's happened since the regeneration. So, did you want to talk about the You're a Good Dalek part?
Sure. Okay, so does everyone remember back in good old 2005?
That's a long time ago.
Think back to Series 1, episode something or other.
We need a
Dalek.
We need a TARDIS to go back in time.
Warp.
Warp. Here we go.
Okay. Series 1, episode something. Dalek. The first episode of the new series with Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dalek says to the Doctor, "You would make a good Dalek."
Mm-hmm.
And then, how many years is that? 9 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Series 8, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
We get "You are a good Dalek." Oh no!
Yeah. And then towards the end, the girl wanted to come with him, and he said, I think you're he said all these good things about her, but he said, I just wish you hadn't been a soldier, and he wouldn't let her come because he's having issues with soldiers. So, and then at the end of the episode, there was the whole conversation between the Doctor and Clara.
Yes.
And just as she's like leaving the TARDIS, she turns around to him and says something like, I think you're a good man.
I don't know.
I don't know if you're a good man, but you're trying, or something like that. So, I don't know. It seems like a theme of this series 8 is going to be the whole good man line, as well as the whole Missy thing. Those seem to be the 2 things so far. So the next episode is episode 8.3, Robots of Sherwood, this Saturday, the 6th of September, and it's going to have Robin Hood in it. Because I guess, from what I could take from the trailer, is that Clara always wanted to meet Robin Hood. But apparently there's robots in Sherwood Forest now. Who knew? And then the final thing is Outlander 1.4, The Gathering. It was really interesting this episode that the author of the books, Diana Gabaldon, had a cameo appearance in the episode. She was the lady who Miss Fitz was talking to, saying, oh, didn't you wear that dress at the last gathering? And it was a pretty good episode. I think it was better than last week's, the 1.3 episode. So, there's a new episode this weekend, 1.5, Rent. And that's all the TV. So I guess we should move on to the next segment. All right. Well, the Summertime and the Living is Easy cowl has come to an end. We had a final push at the end of an influx of finished projects. And remember last week I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we got 300? We actually ended up with 314 because there was 315 posts, but I was the first one. So 314 finished projects in the last 3 months, not including your and my projects. That is amazing. Great job, y'all. So Damaris, why don't first you give a shout out to those who finished projects in the last week?
There's so many.
Yes.
A Tara, Angie's Hip, Apple 38 times 2, Celestia 22 times 3, Crafty Nelly, Christy Ray, J Will, I Knit Socks 2 times 2,
I think it's
Karenina
Karenina.
4777, Katie Did What, Katie J, Kelly Cron times 4, Knit Princess 83, Nitty Girl 78 times 7, Crafty Mama, KSH1, Leaner times 2, Lisa Ann 7, Ellen McCall, Lupin Owens Jacob, Marina Wilhelmina times 2, Mimi Teacher, Morgie Knits, Phoenix Fire times 2, Pinky Peppy, Sarah Jane McKelvey.
I think it's McIvy.
Oh, McIvy. And Suroxy.
I think that's how you say it. So great job, everyone, for finishing all those projects. Amazing. So we have 4 prizes to give away. So first, I'm going to just show you this so that we can hit the button. So we're using a random number generator. We're going to pick 4 numbers between 2 and 315. So why don't you go ahead and hit the numbers, and then we'll look them up and see who wins what. All right. Ooh, it looks like if you were in the 200s, you might have a good chance. So the first prize is going to, we have 2 of these prizes. It's a $5.50 US coupon code for use in my Ravelry pattern shop, which should get you any 1 pattern. And these were donated by Christy Ray, who is one of my test knitters. So the first one is number 13, which should be on page 1. So let's see who this is. Keep going. Oops, I passed it. That is Wisconsin Knitter, who knit a baby starfish cloth. That's Eileen from Wisconsin. So Eileen, send me a PM on Ravelry, and I will give you your coupon code on Java Pearl and Ravelry. The second winner of that same prize is number 246. So that should be on page 10, I think. I'm thinking 10.
Yes. Very bottom of the page.
246. Oops, I went a little too far. That is Christine. Who's Christine? I'm trying to get back to her.
Stop loading images.
It's loading all the images, and so it's making it hard to scroll through. Almost there. There we go. She wrote a lovely story about spinning and the yarn she spun, and then the sweater that she made with it. So Christine, send me a PM on Ravelry, and I will get that to you. And then the next prize was donated by Leaner, who is Eileen on Ravelry. She's donating 1 prize of an up to $10 US pattern from Ravelry. So the winner of that is number 278, so that should be on the next page. Correct?
Yes.
But I'm going to open it in a new tab, hopefully. Come on. Because I think the 4th winner is back on the same page that we're currently on. So number 278 is...
Oh no, it'll be on page 12.
Oh, it will be on page 12, you're right. Let me go to... 12. There we go. Maybe. Okay, here we go. 278 is Maria Wilhelmina, who is Mariette, I'm sorry, is her name. And she knitted a Father Time cowl. It's pretty. Yep. So Mariette, send me a PM on Ravelry to Java Pearl with the name of the pattern that you would like, and I will let Eileen know, and she will gift that to you. And then the final prize we actually have right here. This is from our prize bag. This is a set of Knitter's Pride interchangeable sampler set. So you're going to get 1 US 2.5 3 mil carbons tips, 1 US 4 3.5 mil bamboo tips, and 1 Nova Cubics US 6 4 mil tips, as well as 2 cords, both 24-inch 60 centimeters and 32-inch 80 centimeters, plus 4 end caps and 2 cord keys. This was donated to us by the lovely people over at Knitter's Pride. For number 231, who is, go up, SCH Rock 4173. I'm not sure what her name is. She doesn't have on her profile page. But she made a lightweight shawl for her grandmother who is cold even in the summer. So SCH Rock 4173, if you will send me a PM on Ravelry to Java Pearl with your full name and mailing address, I will get this posted out to you. So way to go, everyone. Those were some wonderful projects that y'all finished. Congratulations to the winner, all the winners. Send me Java Pearl PM with the info I need, and we'll get those out to you. And you have 30 days from the date that this podcast episode goes live to claim your prize, or else you forfeit your prize. So, so that's it for that KAL. So I guess we'll move on to the next KAL. All right, now let's talk about our new cowl. What is the new cowl called, Damaris?
The Artistic Autumnal Cowl.
Yes, and it runs from
the 1st of September through the 30th of November,
yes.
Even though the 30th of November is not actually the end of autumn.
Yes.
And the 1st of September is not the start of autumn.
But we're making it work for us. So you can enter any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to autumn. It could be colors of autumn. It could be a colorway of yarn that is named something about autumn. It could be a project that is about autumn, or a project that you will utilize in autumn. If all else fails, you crafted it in autumn. So, but we love the other stories when you tell us about how it relates to autumn. But anything you do, if you need to fall back on the, I crafted this in autumn, that's perfectly fine as well. You cannot have started your project before September 1st, and you have to have it done by November 30th. And feel free to double dip in other cowls. We are totally fine with that. And we'll have prizes. Don't know what yet, but we will have prizes. If anybody's interested in donating a prize, get in contact with us on Ravelry, and we'll be glad to talk with you about that. And there is an FO thread in the group, and there's also a chatter thread in the group where people have been showing some of their things that they're going to be doing. I can't remember who posted it, but somebody is doing a candy corn bunting. Mm. And it's fabulous. I adore candy corn. And mellow cream pumpkins. Oh, fabulous. I love all things pumpkin. I really do. So, yeah, so get working on your artistic autumnal cowl projects, and when you finish them, get them posted. All right, let's move on to another cowl. So, I am still co-hosting the Outlander Cowl with Jasmine and Gigi from the Knit More Girls, with Maria of Subway Knits, and Kristen from the Yarngasm podcast. And this is an Instagram cowl, so you need to tag your projects with hashtag countdown to Outlander and hashtag KiltMeNowCowl. And you have to tie your projects somehow to Outlander. So my socks that I'm working on right now are with the Outlander colorway Je suis pris, so that counts. Yes. I forgot to say it in TV, but Outlander books and TV are not safe for young children or children to Damaris's age. So it's an adult books, series, and TV show. There's your warning. So we have some prizes. This is a skein of the Je suis pris colorway by Jess from Ginger Twist Studio. So this is up for grabs, as well as the Wee Blackface Sheep and Ramsey McSporin patterns from Janice, who is Whippity, on Ravelry, and hopefully you're seeing these on your screen right now. So they're adorable. It's a sheep pattern, and then the other pattern is clothing stuff for the sheep. And there's threads, I think, in all the groups, but I know we have one in our group where you're welcome to chat about it. So post a picture of your finished project on Instagram and hashtag it. And I think we're going to just wait and draw prize winners for because one person will win the patterns and one person will win this yarn. I think we'll do it at the end of season 1 of Outlander. So work on your projects and share them. We love seeing them. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
Time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us a question or questions and we answer them.
Yes, so who asked the question this week?
MLA Love 1718, who is Amy from Cincinnati, Ohio.
So she has 3 separate, non-connected questions, so we're going to answer all 3 of them today. So what's the first question?
What is the most challenging thing you have knit?
So what's the most challenging thing you've ever knit?
My Watson sweater.
Yeah, the one that was inspired by BBC Sherlock?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I said Watson.
Yes, I know. But there's other Watsons. There's elementary Watson.
Yes, but there aren't Watson sweaters.
There could be.
There aren't.
There could be.
There aren't.
Okay, so what made this sweater so challenging?
Just the cables.
Yep.
Pattern.
And it was your first sweater.
Yeah.
That was a pretty brave undertaking for it being your first sweater. I think the most challenging thing I've ever tried to knit was a very intricate lace pattern. It was an Advent knit along, and I got 2 days in and kind of had a meltdown because I had not really ever done lace before like that. I had done some projects with lace patterns in them, but not in I had never knit with lace weight yarn, and I had never done a very detailed lace project before, and it was too much of a challenge to undertake for it being the first project like that. I need something simpler. So I still have the yarn and beads, and I think I'm going to do the jeweled cowl with that yarn and beads. And you're thinking about doing the same pattern, right? With the yarn that Claire gave you. We just need to get you some beads. So eventually I will do that, and hopefully I will learn a lot from it because that one was just, it was a gorgeous pattern. I adore the pattern, and I would really love to someday knit it. It was just too much for first time lace project. Okay, so what's the next question, Mare?
I have a hard time remembering what row I'm on. Outside of a row counter, do you have any tips?
Do you have anything?
Mark it on paper.
Yeah, with just tally marks is a good way. I also, well, especially for socks, especially vanilla ones, I will put in a stitch marker on the first row of, like, so this is where the foot started, and then this green one up here is where it was the last row of the foot, so that I can duplicate this again, and then I will just count all of these. Instead of trying to count them as I knit them, I just count them all at once. There are some row counting apps, like for your smartphone. I've tried to use those, and those just didn't work for me. The other thing, oh, and I did not bring it, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the right bag. There is this stuff called, I don't know what it's really called. Trying to find a piece of it in here, because I know there is some. It is,
It's highlighter tape.
Highlighter tape, that's what it's called. And so you can put it onto a page and remove it, and it still sticks, so you can use it repeatedly. So this is a piece of it on a chart. And so you just put it right under the row you're working on and work that row, and then you lift it up and move it up to the next row. And I think I got this from Amazon or something. It's a lot more common in the U.S. than it is over here. It's harder to find here in the U.K. But one roll, yeah, one roll of it will last you for a long time because, you know, I typically can use one piece of it for an entire project before it gets to where it won't stick anymore. So you just, but that's what you do, and it works really great for something like charts where you're needing to have something underneath the line. So there is the thing you got from, is it Slip Stitch Studio? It's a pattern wallet type thing. So it's the size of a piece of paper, and it folds in half with like a snap, but it's got a pocket in it where you like slide in your pattern. And then there's these 2 magnets that are usually covered with a ribbon, and they like connect together. So you put the pattern wallet in between the 2 magnetic pieces, but you can slide it up and down to mark what row you're on. So that's another option. So hope one of those suggestions helps. Honestly, most of the time I either use the highlighter tape or I just use tally marks. Okay, so, but there's one more question.
Do you have any good zucchini recipes?
No. I like zucchini bread, but that's about the only thing zucchini I like, and I don't ever make it. So I only eat it.
Is zucchini in some type of soup?
Possibly.
Zucchini soup?
I don't know. I don't cook with zucchini because I don't know how, and I don't have anything that I like other than zucchini bread, which is so yummy with butter spread on it.
I don't remember what zucchini bread tastes like.
It's good stuff. But I have no recipe because I don't make it.
Sorry.
So that is the questions for this week. So what should somebody do if they have a question for us?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
Yep. And then we'll answer it eventually. We're just going down in order unless it's a time-sensitive question. Sometimes we'll go out of order, but most of the time we just go in order down the list and answer the questions. All right, I think we're ready for our next segment. And with that, we've reached the end of the show. That went fast. So a couple of reminder announcements. The Doctor Who Companion Sock Club 2nd edition that I am doing in collaboration with Julia from Pandia's Jewels. So what you'll get is 3 skeins of sock yarn, 3 sock patterns, and one big goodie. And each of the yarns and pattern that goes with them is a companion from Doctor Who. The memberships go on sale October the 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and run until October 17th or until memberships run out. And the cost are, U.S. memberships are $135 US, Canadian memberships are $149 US, and international memberships are $162 US. And the only reason for the price differences is shipping, because shipping is included in the cost of the club. So to ship to Canada and international costs more, and that's the only reason it's higher price. And then you'll get your yarn and patterns November, December, and January. So if you're interested in that, you need to set an alarm, mark it on your calendar so you don't miss out. And then just a reminder that our friend Anna from Toil and Trouble Yarns is hosting a fiber retreat in New Hampshire in May 2015. There's a link in the show notes about that. I'm a sponsor of the retreat. Wish I could come, but it sounds like a fabulous time, and if you're in that area or want to travel to that area, you should go. A big thank you to everyone who has shopped on Amazon via our links on our website. We get a little bit back from Amazon when you click on one of our links and then buy something at Amazon. So if you need to shop on Amazon, go to our website first, please, and click on one of the links. All the TV and movies and books we read and stuff are links in our show notes, and you can buy those items or you can buy anything on Amazon after you click one of those links. So thank you. We sold quite a bit this last month, so thank you. It's a way that you can help support the show, and any money that we get from Amazon is used for shipping of prizes and purchasing prizes and things like that, badges for when we are out and about at like fiber festivals and such. So I think that's all the announcements. So why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yep. So until next week, we hope you all have a great week. Thanks for spending the last 2 years with us. We are so grateful for each one of you. And we hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Happy knitting.
Bye.
Bye.